It's your host, Marcy. Here with Julian, as always.
Hello.
And some other person.
Are you going to introduce me?
No, I was everybody introduce themselves. Who are you?
I'm Kelly.
Kelly what?
Kelly Weddle.
Who are you?
I'm nobody.
Not only did we all get to speak high together, we also worked at Home Depot at the same time, which Kelly says no, but I think so.
No, you're probably right. Yeah. I just don't remember that well.
Yeah, she was your head cashier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably was.
See, I was right. I knew what I was talking about.
I just don't remember. It was
a long time ago. Well, three nerds working together at Home Depot. Could you imagine three nerds working together at Home Depot talking about movies sometimes? All right, Kelly, tell people how you're a nerd.
I mean, how is anybody a nerd, right? Like,
well, how are you specifically a nerd?
I like a good story. I don't care what it comes in. If it's a movie or a book or a video game, I like it all.
Blah, 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 blah.
I don't know what you want me to say.
When people first meet you and they don't realize you're a nerd, or do they realize you're a nerd right away?
No, I think you can tell right away, right? Like,
I would have no idea you're a nerd.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Except for the cool tattoo you have on your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show the camera right now. Right there. Show the camera right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you guys know what that is?
Dang it, I don't have a ooh and ah.
I'll add one. Ooh.
Look at my yeah.
Look at that detail.
That's dope. That is a lot of detail.
It took me 8 hours, 8.5 hours.
Oh my gosh, 8 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't draw it, so I just.
So how did you decide on that specific?
Oh, this is Aliens is my favorite movie.
Okay.
Nice. What'd you think about the other Alien movies?
I mean,
well, I'm sorry.
what are you going
when I say the other ones, I mean like the Prometheus ones.
There's things I like about them, and there's plenty I don't. Alien Isolation. No, that's the game. Covenant. That was the new one, right?
Yeah.
Covenant. Yeah. I like all the stuff on the ship. I didn't really like when they're trying to delve into the history of it. It wasn't for me.
Move along with the storyline. Let's go.
Yeah.
I want to see.
But I like the stuff that happened on the ship because it was really reminiscent of the first Alien movie, which really what's the best thing about Alien is it's a haunted house movie. It just happens to be in space. It happens to be sci-fi.
On a spaceship.
But it's ultimately a haunted house movie.
True story. True story. All right, that's Kelly, everybody. That's it. We're done. We're done.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So as always, I go over 3 quick nerd topics. Actually, I have 2 today because I forgot what the third one was. But the first one, Jared Leto returning as the Joker in the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. That's topic 1. Topic 2, Power Rangers Reboot. That's been a big topic the last couple of days. And the third topic we're going to talk about today, Tom Holland and Uncharted. What? Woo woo.
This is how the magic works?
Yes. All right.
The sausage is made.
Yes. You've seen it all. That's why it's recorded separately and not live. It's great. Love it.
Yeah.
Which topic do you guys want to dive into first? Dive.
Let's talk about Jared Leto.
Oh, right off the gate. Right off the bat. Before we get started, though, I need everyone to go to tradepotees.com and go buy a Nerd Network t-shirt, please. Designed by Julian.
Nerd Network Podcast.
Yes, check it out. Go support. Put some money in our pocket, hopefully. Thank you. So, with Jared Leto coming back as a Joker, did you like Suicide Squad? It's a Joker.
As Suicide Squad?
Yeah. Did you like Jared Leto?
I think Jared Leto's acting is fine. Like, I don't have any problem with the acting in the movie. I feel like some of the movie and the character choices are reminiscent of a different time, 5 years before, especially when they pull so much from hip-hop culture between not only the Joker, but other characters in the movie. That didn't really fit when the movie was released. I'm sure they started working on it much, much earlier, and it probably did make more sense. You know, that's fine. But it didn't fit, and I know they left out a lot of backstory. That maybe would have explained some of it, but Jared Leto as the Joker, his acting is great. He's great in the movie. Like, it's nothing. Any problems I have with Jared Leto as the Joker are filmmaker choices, not Jared Leto choices.
That's very understandable. Are you excited to see? Are you wanting to see more of this Jared Leto Joker?
I mean, I want it to fit in the story.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense for the story, like, are we just adding it to be controversial to have a topic, or are we adding it because there's substance there? If there's not substance, I don't want it.
Julian, go ahead.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, I'm personally excited. I didn't think we got enough of Jared Leto's Joker. I liked him. I didn't have a problem with him. But yeah, that's a good point. If they're going to reshoot some scenes for the Snyder Cut to include him, make it make sense. You know.
Yeah, just don't throw him.
Just don't throw him in there just to say, "Oh, hey, The most hated Joker is back.
Well, and like, what is the Snyder Cut really? Like,
Right,
does he
exactly.
really have a story put together, or is he kind of making this up as he goes because the internet is excited for it? And that's great. I love getting more. Give me more. I want to watch more.
We had this conversation yesterday. I just don't want it to be the Justice League movie with 4 additional scenes and call it a new movie.
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
No, and so Zack Snyder never got to finish his version, so it's incomplete. So I think we're just getting the reconfiguration of what the movie was supposed to be like before Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Before he got to take over, and I don't know. Like, I'm excited for new scenes. I mean, they're putting a lot of money into this.
Yeah.
Like, how much did I tell you the other
He
day?
said 70 million.
I think
Yeah,
that's insane.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot. That's a whole other movie. That's
That's what I was
another
telling you.
movie.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was telling you
Yeah.
the other day. It's a whole new movie. Where do they go from here? Who knows? I mean, they could do a lot with that $70 million budget.
I think they released an image of Darkseid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if that was if that's old footage or new footage.
I think they pulled some from what they'd already shot, but adjusted my CGI complaint. It looked better.
Yeah. What do you think about the new CGI for CGI look for the actual main bad guy, which was it Steppenwolf? Who was
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think Darkseid was the main bad guy, and then Steppenwolf was a side,
No, Darkseid's not supposed to be the main
Did
bad
they-
guy for the Justice League movie.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I know in the comics he's the main bad guy, right?
I think that was, I think in the original Snyder Cut version, they were leaning more towards Darkseid being, and maybe, I think they were also wanting to expand on this, right? It wasn't going to be one Justice League, so it was going to be like,
Yeah, this was supposed to be part
Darkseid
one.
like Thanos, right?
Yeah, this
So-
was supposed to be
right.
part one, and then part two was supposed to
Yeah,
be.
so I don't know that I've seen the Steppenwolf version, but whatever, I'm open to it. Give me more. I'll give it a chance.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm super excited because everyone who hated Justice League, F off. Because you hate it, I don't understand the hate that it got. Because this movie wasn't that bad. Jill, we've seen it again together.
After watching it for the second and third time, my opinion has changed since the first time I saw it. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Is it on the level of Avengers and Infinity War and all that? No, but for what they're doing,
It's a high bar to reach.
it is a very high bar to reach. Yeah.
I'm not excited. I want it to fit in the movie, but I have a feeling though, like they might be using it to explain a little more of what happened with the Joker in Suicide Squad, and there's room for that. You know, when you're trying to explain why Batman is the way he is now, why the Joker, how he obviously has the intertwined, so it's going to come up.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can hope. I'm hoping we get answers to. You know, there's some things that people didn't like from the original Justice League cut that was too fast or missing some parts. I mean, there's whole new scenes that they showed with that first trailer, which I think is crazy. The part where we actually get to see Cyborg's dad die.
Yeah.
We didn't know any of that happened in the original Justice League cut. Gets exploded by the whatever box thing is called.
The Mother Box.
Yeah, the mother box. That's really what it's called. Wow.
I'm such a dork.
I don't know. That's cool. I'm glad you knew.
I was gonna say Tesseract, but I was like,
Yeah,
wrong movie.
Damn it. That's funny. Basically the same.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited. The reason I don't care about Jared Leto's tattoos. I don't care about his outfit. I don't care about his gold chain. I don't care about his grill. I just want to see a good arc of a bad guy.
If you're ignoring all of the character, like the visual choices they made, there's really nothing wrong with that version of the Joker. I think a lot of it is just distracting for people, and that's it. And when you're distracted, you're not paying attention to the story. That's all it comes down to.
And I honestly was excited. I actually didn't mind his tattoos. I didn't mind his grill. It was a different.
I thought it added to like his swagger a little bit. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's an interesting Joker. You know.
Yeah, I even didn't mind his laugh either. I feel like everyone.
No,
who's-
I didn't mind the laugh.
No, I didn't mind his
That
laugh.
Nope. Didn't bother me.
His shorter, slick back green hair. I like that look a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. The fact that he played a mafioso type role, that's cool.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, the
I mean,
original Joker was a gangster in the first place, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, total makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. They just need a little more time to explain what they were trying to do, and I mean, obviously the costume design was just distracting for people.
Yeah.
Well, now this is their second chance, and they better not F it up. And I don't think they're going to.
Well, I think people are used to it now too. The sight of that Joker, they know what to expect out of it. You're not going to be shocked when you see it for the first time.
Watch him like completely change it.
Oh,
That, was,
So
that would
that's
make
total Jared Leto move.
that would make me really mad if it completely changed his look. If he just comes back with no tattoos.
with no tattoos, he drew them on.
Would does Suicide Squad take place before or after Justice League?
I don't know. I can't think right now. Oh my gosh. No, it has to be.
It has to be after,
right?
Yeah.
because the whole reason they formed,
Yeah, Amanda Waller formed it because there's nobody to take on.
because when Superman
the
died,
villain.
Yeah, because there's no Justice League yet.
yeah,
And then Suicide Squad happened. And then Justice League happens.
yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, they're bringing all these characters back to do reshoots. Excuse me. Margot Robbie's coming back. The guy that played Deathstroke.
Those are Suicide Squad characters,
Yeah,
though, right?
why is Margot
Why
Robbie
would they
in
be in
Justice
Justice
League?
I don't know.
I
but
didn't hear
they're
that.
coming
I
back.
only heard that Jared Leto would be back.
No, not just Jared. No. So Jared Leto is Lex Luthor's character. What's his name? Oh my gosh, what's the actor's name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. He's supposed to come back and film some stuff too. I mean, the $7 million. What are they doing with the $70 million?
That's a good point.
Hopefully, it's not the CGI budget for Darkseid.
Oh,
I
gosh,
mean, spend the money, fix it.
Oh man. I mean, more I'm just hoping throw these characters in. If you're gonna throw these characters in, use them for the future.
But yeah, and just try to look past the superficial things. My
Yeah.
problem with Justice League CGI, superficial.
Yeah.
The Joker, it's superficial.
Yeah. I mean, as long as the story gets explained better. Actors who are deserving of more screen time, Jared Leto.
I understand they want to focus more on Cyborg's story.
Good, doesn't he?
I think that was the
he
point.
plays a big role. I feel like
Yeah.
going forward. Yeah, we'll see how this connects to the other movies. That's one thing I'm really concerned about. But even though if this is the last movie they're gonna make with all these characters in there at the same time and actors in there at the same time, cool. Just make it good. I think people are grasping on that this better connect with other movies. I don't care.
I don't need it to. That it can be standalone.
No, that would be totally fine if it's standalone. I'm totally happy with it as long as they make this movie right.
Do you think this movie does for HBO Max what they are hoping it does? Does
Oh,
it pull
hell
in
yeah.
the subscribers?
Oh, I
Do
think so.
people pay and stay subscribers?
I think so.
Because that is what this hinges on.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, for one, the way theaters are with COVID right now, no one's going to go out and go watch this again in theaters. Theaters are closing right now all over around the world. So this is all supposed to come out next year too.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. So I feel like we're not going to be out of COVID by 2021. So the best thing to do is put on a streaming app. Why not HBO Max? And I feel like it is going to get a lot of new subscribers. I was reading an article today that there's a lot of subscribers because I guess they're giving away with different phone plans.
I get HBO Max with my internet plan.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that, and they haven't actually signed up for it yet, like finished their account. And I feel like this is gonna give reason to finish their account and actually watch it, which would be really cool. I mean, is it going to take over Netflix or Hulu? No, but it's another titan that's going to be in the game now. I mean, HBO's.
It's a lot to ask, $14.99 a month or whatever the fee
Oh,
is.
dude, I love it. I pay that.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just the reason why I love it so much because there's so much content that you don't get on Netflix or Hulu.
Absolutely. I think it has more content than Disney Plus.
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
Which is,
my
I
gosh.
think really,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the, I mean, you're competing against Netflix, you're competing against Disney Plus, or Hulu. Really, they're the same thing.
But
now,
even
so.
the HBO content that creates for the actual movie channel itself, has so much content that you're getting on HBO Max. Just is great. I mean, then there's a lot of stuff you can find on there that you can get involved into. Like, for example, I've never watched Game of Thrones except for the last season. I know it's horrible. But I might go back now and watch all Game of Thrones again.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I missed on HBO because I don't have HBO. But
I think it's worth it versus a lot of the other streaming services.
oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for kids, but they also have a lot of kids stuff there.
There is a lot of kid stuff there.
There's a lot of anime.
There's a whole Elmo show.
Yeah, no, it's great.
They brought back the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
There's kid stuff.
Oh, there's a lot of kid stuff on there. And there's anime. Lots of anime on there.
Is there?
A whole lot of Ghibli Studios
Yeah,
has
yeah,
their own
that's
thing
true.
on there.
That's true.
Yeah, Studio
Yes.
Ghibli's on there, which is really cool. So go check it out. Go get a free trial. Go get that free week trial, whatever, and then I promise you're going to keep it. It's worth $14.99.
You sold that so well.
Oh, I know. I know. HBO, pay me. All right, cool. Topic 2 of the evening, which was
Power Rangers?
Power Rangers Reboot. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What do you guys know about that?
About the reboot?
Yeah.
Set in the 90s.
This is supposed to be a whole reboot across all the platforms, which I don't know what that means.
I actually don't know. I knew they were doing a reboot. I don't actually know that much about it. So you're going to have to.
Before we dive into that more, let's go to the movie that we horribly got.
I was getting ready to say, is this a movie or is this a series?
A series.
This is a series. I did know that, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
But they're going to cross over that TV series into the movie
Into the movie that we got.
that we're going to be getting.
Okay.
A new one.
Hasbro.
So let's.
Yes, Hasbro.
So they're basically retconning whatever the movie.
Yes, whatever that was.
Okay, I liked that movie.
Really?
Yes.
I
That
was-
movie is underrated and more people should go.
She's totally wrong. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what's
that
wrong.
movie's great, except the part where they ran out of the budget and they're like, no, you can't see the Megazord.
Oh.
We're no any money, which is very reminiscent of the original. Maybe it was intentional. When else are you going to get Bryan Cranston? Come on.
I thought he was horrible.
I hated the
No.
I think
costumes.
But you know why he's
I
in it, right?
hated the.
What?
Bryan Cranston's in it because he got a start on Power Rangers. He's like passionate about this because he was the voice for one of the villains early on.
That's
Oh, really?
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
kind of
wow.
Yeah.
cool. That's really cool to me.
Yes.
But still doesn't make me enjoy
He's
it
like
more.
very passionate about the movie. And while I don't love the design choices, this is just like with the Joker. I don't love the design choices. I love the story. It's fun. It's fun. They're having fun. They don't take themselves too seriously. They goof off.
The kids did act like kids, which I did like a lot.
I went to Krispy Kreme about Power Ranger donuts when they came out.
Oh, nice.
And then my sister's dog ate them all.
I did like how they were like getting used to their powers. It wasn't just like an automatic, yo, I'm a badass now.
They try to give a backstory to it.
Yeah, they tried to give a backstory to it. But man, I just couldn't get over those designs.
They're pretty bad. Yeah, the costume design is bad.
You know, growing up and like I had the Power Ranger action figures, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The Blue Ranger was my favorite. And
Me too.
And I was just like, how do you mess it up? Especially when we got like the Power Ranger movies before. And they were so well done.
Yeah. Yes.
They were so well done.
Could have just kept that format.
Oh yeah.
Even the turbo one, I guess.
The turbo one.
It's fine. But honestly, I think it's a fun movie that doesn't take itself too seriously. And I had a great time watching it. I didn't expect too much out of it, so that was fun. I think it's underrated. Give it a chance. Give it a second chance. Go back and
Give it a
rewatch
second
it.
watch.
Go back and rewatch
I
it.
just love.
Look at Rita.
original
She's
scenes.
fantastic.
Actually, I agree with you.
Yeah, Rita and Zordon are great.
I have to like look at a picture. Remember?
I do.
Hey,
Yeah.
look
Remember
She's-
she had,
she's
she had
having-
like a weird like curve to her hair.
It's
type thing.
I can't think of the actress.
She's a great actress.
I can't think of her name.
She's really funny.
She's having such a great time in that role. That's just the best part. They're just having fun. And maybe the costume looks dumb or the Zord looks
yeah.
dumb. The Zord
I
looked
I
awful,
liked
but-
Rita.
She looks like a Mortal Kombat character. to
I-
be
A little
honest.
bit.
I
A
didn't
little bit.
mind it. It was a cool little update where she's
Yeah.
not just like a witch looking.
Oh no, I missed the big.
Yeah, the
Hat thing that she-
horns.
yeah.
Do you miss her and her little bucket that she's in? They pop out
when
open
at the
Oh, yeah.
beginning, it's
Yeah.
like out of the sewer thing.
Yeah.
out of moon. No,
It's
they're
like-
they're on the moon.
I know, but she's
Yeah.
like, it's like a sewer on the moon.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
is it
that's
there?
funny.
It's like her,
It takes two guys to open it up.
and then hopefully the turtles are down there somewhere too. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Dang, that's the crossover we need.
That's the crossover
Oh
we
my
deserve.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this new movie. The rumors online that they're gonna go back to the '90s, which is crazy. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
There's a new Power Ranger series all the time. How seriously do they take? Is this what? First of all, do you know where it's going to be on? Is it like what
No,
channel or
I don't
streaming
know.
service?
They need to go back to Fox.
Is this an American thing only though? Because I mean, Power Rangers technically started in Japan, and then was adapted.
It did, yeah. It
over
was.
to, so if they're gonna like reboot it across, are they like rebooting it as a universal thing or just?
From the things I was reading, that's supposed to be rebooted through universally, because they're going to try to connect everything.
all the shows?
Yeah, they want to make their own cinematic universe.
That's ambitious, right there.
It is.
That's a lot to do.
See,
That's a lot to do.
It's all about pacing, right? If they're going to rush it, it's going to be overwhelming and I'm going to fall off.
Oh,
Think
for
about
sure.
how many seasons there are. There's like 100.
But
And
what
they're-
does a dramatic, realistic Power Rangers look like?
I already got it. You can look it up on YouTube.
I've seen that, yeah.
Okay.
The,
Look it
the
up on YouTube.
fan film.
I wish we
or-
had that one though. To be, I mean, okay, maybe not as gritty, but you know,
Make it
But is that-
PG-13.
Is that
PG-13,
sustainable?
yeah.
Is that sustainable?
I don't know because Power Rangers
Is it
is
going
like,
to
Adult
turn
version?
into teen CW teen drama?
oh hell no, I hope not.
Well, that's technically what the original was.
I don't want to see that.
No,
on
the original was
CW.
goofy children's drama. They're like, oh no, We don't have enough money to fund the Y. Let's have a bake sale. Oh no, the muffin is attacking us.
Good wholesome fun.
Yo, for real though. And then
It's like
it's like a super giant.
and then it's all of a sudden
muffin.
it's the Japanese cut. And then all of a sudden the Yellow Ranger is a dude. And you're like, "Wait, what?"
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very optimistic for this. I mean, obviously, all of us wanted to see it do good. If it's actually going to do good, who knows? Yeah, like you said, the timing and don't rush it. Just don't put everything into it right away either. Don't throw in all the bells and whistles so fast.
I think so many shows are guilty of that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, get their main crew down, young actors, and let them grow up with the film.
The people like us, our age range group, what is it? Millennials and so on. Maybe a little older, maybe a little younger, but we grew up with this, and now we have money to spend, right? So get it right. Find that target audience of people who really care about it. Because I'm not saying the other Power Rangers didn't do well, besides the core Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but that really was the prime version.
Speaking of those Power Rangers that we growing up with, do any of those actors come back, or should they just leave them alone?
I think they make cameo roles like they did in the 2017 film.
I don't think they should keep them away from the show for so long as you can. Like, that needs to be like a special.
Do you think they try to tie it together and hand it off in some way?
No, I really
So-
think if they're going to make a standalone, if this is supposed to be separate standalone stuff, and eventually they're going to connect them later, who knows, however they do that, I think they need to wait to the last possible minute to make it happen. Get kids used to these new faces.
I think you keep the same characters, new actors, let them do cameos if they want to be a part of it.
Like, we don't need to have a whole group of a new Tommy, a Jason,
No.
Trini, is that her name?
Billy.
And Billy. We don't need to have those names again.
Forgot
Make them new names. Make different.
They can do that.
Yeah.
And then they can keep the older actors if they choose.
Yeah, exactly. All right, third topic. Uncharted. Tom Holland.
Looks great.
I never
wait.
played the game.
Oh, you should.
You played it too?
How old's the game?
It's older.
PS3 generation.
Yeah, PS3. Did they have
Oh,
a
wow.
PS4 one?
Yeah. There's new
So
ones.
explain to me, a person who's never played the video game, what's the video game about?
Indiana Jones.
Boy Tomb Raider.
Yep.
I mean, it's honest. The gameplay style is so similar to if you played, maybe you did or didn't. I don't think you played a lot of games in these generations, but
No.
it's Tomb Raider.
So basically a treasure hunter, adventurer
Yep.
character?
Yep.
So Uncharted, that's what it's called. And Tom Holland's playing who?
Nathan Drake.
And who's Nathan Drake?
He's the main.
The Indiana
character.
Jones?
Yeah.
The Lara
Sure.
Croft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is he supposed to be young? Because Tom Holland's young.
He is, I would say, in the games, late 20s, early 30s.
I would say late 20s, early
He's
30s.
definitely an adult who knows what he's doing, knows how to navigate, find his
So
way around.
he's mentally and physically capable.
You get the feeling that he's been treasure hunting for a minute and has made some money doing it, but also is the kind of guy who can take a gamble, you know? So maybe he made money, maybe he lost it.
Huh. I mean, that sounds interesting. We've seen multiple movies like this before. Do you guys think this movie will have a big following, with it being the video game finally getting adapted to a movie?
I think so.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think people, there are diehard fans of this franchise.
Yeah, and people do love Tom Holland.
And it's coming from, well, the game is from Naughty Dog, who did the Last of Us series. So,
Yep.
I mean, they're pretty much highly regarded as.
They have great story in a lot of their games.
And for sure. And that's where the main thing is with Uncharted is the storytelling is just so good.
No, it's cool. But yeah, it is an origin story of Nathan Drake. Yeah. And it's also going to star Mark Wahlberg.
It is.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
It
Yeah,
is.
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg's in
Wahlberg
it.
plays Sully.
Mm.
How do you feel about that?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
'cause, I mean,
Who's
Okay.
Sully?
Sully is Nathan Drake's
Mentor.
Nemesis.
mentor.
Daddy figure?
No, well, maybe
I could see that.
he's his. I like mentor. He's the
Yeah.
guy who maybe you get the feeling has been with Nathan Drake for a little while. Partners, tomb raiding partners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fortune, treasure hunting types. He's significantly older. could be father range, maybe not quite that old. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Antonio Banderas is also going to be in this movie, which is one of my favorite actors.
That I did not know. Who is the Antonio Banderas playing? Does it say?
Oh shoot! Hold on. I'm sorry. I just went away. Antonio Banderas played Zorro, which I love those movies. Yeah, I love those movies.
Desperado.
Yeah. Oh, Desperado. Oh my gosh.
Robert Rodriguez.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Antonio Banderas. Ooh, it doesn't say.
Mystery character.
Yeah.
The villain.
I'm trying to think.
I could see that.
game-
That'd be cool.
Who in the game? Trying to think who in the game he could have been.
Who's Braddock? Braddock.
Who's the man who? I don't want to spoil too much, but maybe like kidnapped Sully, so to speak.
Was that in the?
You know what I'm talking about in the first game? I don't want to
Oh.
get too much detail more into that because I don't want to spoil anything. For people who do, if they do keep the plot from the game, I don't want to
Yeah,
spoil that
I
for
wonder
people who
how-
go to see the movie.
I don't know.
I
It'd be
think I'm
interesting.
thinking that maybe
That might be
you know
his-
the villain, the main.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this, but I'm excited to see it. Before previously we talked about Devil All the Time. Did you watch that movie?
What movie?
Devil All the Time.
No, I have not seen that movie.
Oh darn it. Ooh.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I hated that movie. Actually, I didn't hate a movie. I take that back. I did not hate that
You
movie.
We're in the middle of the road on that one.
Yes.
Who directed that movie?
I don't know. It
Marcy.
was Netflix. It was a Netflix original.
Oh, this is the Tom Holland movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I have not seen it, but I do know.
Why didn't you see it yet?
I just haven't really had time.
Because it's not that interesting.
Is it? I don't know that much about it. I
It's
know
okay.
that people were excited when it came out, and I
Go
was
back a few episodes on the Network podcast. Go to the channel and check it out and
No,
give my formal review.
yes.
I feel like this movie should have came out first
I agree with you. I agree
Antonio
with you.
Campo.
for Tom Holland.
I agree with you. I knew you're gonna go there, and
Am I right
I
or
do
wrong?
agree with you though.
You think Uncharted should come out first? Why is that?
Because Tom Holland's character from being Spider-Man and jumping into Devil All the Time, go watch that movie, you understand why. I think you understand why.
I mean, I know it's a thriller.
He's
ish.
just too young to play that role.
That's I think how a lot of people feel about Nathan Drake, right? Everybody wanted Nathan Fillion to play him, which I don't personally see. But
Who's that?
Oh,
From Firefly?
From Firefly.
Oh, gosh. The guy that...
Castle.
Oh, he would have been perfect. Well, they did a fan made Uncharted movie with Nathan Fillion.
He has the personality.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I don't know if he's what I picture in a Nathan Drake, but I don't mind having I mean, I'm open to lots of interpretations.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like I was saying before, Julian, that I was hoping Uncharted would come out before Devil All the Time. Because I felt like that
It would make sense.
more of a transition
Yeah.
in his role and seeing him as a different type of role, not jumping into a straight thriller right away.
So I know you don't really play a lot of video games, but what are video game movies that you think are good? Because this is such a difficult market to tap into.
Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
Yeah. Double Dragon.
I've seen that.
I
You don't
love
like
that.
the Super Mario Brothers movie?
I do love that, but then I mean, as a kid loving it, nostalgia wise, I love it, but it's a horrible
Even as a
adaptation.
kid, I was just like, "What the hell is this?" Yoshi don't look like that.
Yoshi's not a real dinosaur. He's not even green.
Like, what is this mess?
Warcraft was pretty good.
Oh, with
You know,
Duncan Jones?
Did not see that.
I loved Warcraft.
I did not see
I
that.
thought it was really good. It's not the best, but I do love it.
fell asleep, but it's not the movie's fault. I was
Oh,
tired.
man.
It didn't keep me awake, but I also don't feel like I should give it a second chance.
People really hated on that Street Fighter.
But I love Duncan Jones. He did Moon.
Did you know that Jean-Claude Van Damme, when he did, what was that movie? The first movie he did?
Which one? First Blood?
First Blood.
Is it First Blood? No, it's not First Blood. Is it First Blood? I don't think that's a Jean-Claude movie. That's Rambo. My bad.
I was
Oh,
like, that
no.
doesn't sound right.
Okay.
I didn't correct you.
Don't bring it up. Don't you dare bring it up. I don't want to talk
I'm
about
just saying,
Bring it up.
whatever movie he was in,
Yeah.
made Mortal Kombat. They based Mortal Kombat around Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I could see that.
Like, that's how I heard about that today. And I mean, this is off topic, but that's what created Mortal Kombat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, Jean-Claude Van Damme, for the first movie, was supposed to be Predator.
Really?
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't. He decided
To
he
do
left it.
Street
He
Fighter.
left
So who was he? Who would he have played in Predator?
the Predator.
The Predator?
Yeah, you know that?
No, why would he have played the Predator?
Yeah,
No
why
one
didn't
can
he
see him.
play
Because they wanted
Arnold's
exactly.
character?
That's why he stopped, because he was like, for one, he couldn't do all his moves in the costume that he was wearing. So why do that? Wearing the costume, he almost like fainted multiple times on set, like almost died, heat stroke, when they're filming in the jungle.
They got that far.
Yeah.
They put him in the costume and on set, and then they were like, he's like, nah,
He said, "No, I'm done."
This is
Nah.
stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And he was so mad that you could see his face.
Yeah.
And you can look at the original Predator compared to the Predator we got, totally different. And I'm so glad they picked this Predator instead of Jean-Claude
Was he going to
Van
be
Damme.
like more human-like?
Yeah, he's gonna be more of human-like type creature. But no,
That's a good call on his part.
no, it looks horrible. I'll put the picture up right here. But no, it's totally different. It's crazy, and I'm so glad it wasn't Jean-Claude. And I don't know why they wouldn't pick Jean-Claude to be one of the soldiers.
Yeah.
Why would they not do that?
that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, makes no sense.
I didn't realize that he was like the action star during whatever era, 80s,
Oh, absolutely.
90s. Like Johnny
Yeah.
Cage from Mortal Kombat is literally Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys can both see what exactly he was supposed to look like.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh,
That
no.
looked like the Demogorgon from
Yes, that looks like the
Stranger
Yes,
Things.
that's exactly what it looks like. You're absolutely right. I almost feel like
Oh man.
there's no way they weren't like, let's just do this.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh.
Look at him right there.
I could see why he would pass out. That thing looks
I can't believe they got this far into the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Also, do they not do screen tests with the costumes before? They're just like,
Look at it.
F it, let's go.
oh, that's tragic.
I don't know, but I'm glad they. Yeah,
Yeah, I like this better.
yeah. It's crazy.
Or I'm used to it. I don't know. I like it. I like it.
His suit looks stupid. I'm so glad that wasn't a thing. So glad. But where we're getting at? I'm sorry.
I don't
We
know.
were
Yeah,
talking about
probably
video
better.
game movies.
Yeah, video game
Yeah,
movies. Oh, what about Doom? I know a lot of people hated it, but I thought it was pretty cool, especially at the end when they
Which one? The
turned
first
it-
one with the
Remember
Rock, or
The first one with the Rock, yeah. The other ones I don't want to
I
talk
honestly have never seen it.
Oh, really?
Neither.
No, and I'm a big
Really?
Rock. I'm a big Dwayne Rock Johnson fan. I still never seen that movie.
I liked it. It was good. I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about, but I mean,
Do you think Uncharted could be finally that first good video game adaptation?
I think it has a solid story.
yeah.
So it really depends on what the writers want to do with it. They have a solid foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Do they stick to it? Do they venture off of it? Do they have enough time to tell their whole story? This is packed quite a bit into the, 4 or 5 games? How many
yeah,
games?
Yeah.
So with those games, you're telling me they could make 4 or 5 movies too? Is that possible from the games,
I mean,
the storylines?
Yeah, I mean, he's a treasure hunter. Look how many Indiana Jones movies that we got. Look
That's
how many
true.
Mummy movies we got.
That's true.
I enjoyed all of the games. I had a great time playing with them. I like the story, and I don't care. I mean, as long as the game has a good story, I'm in. I'm in. You got me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
yeah,
No, that's cool.
there's plenty of material.
No, I'm excited for it. 'Cause I was more excited about this than I was Devil All the Time. The only reason why I was excited for Devil All the Time because I want to see Pattinson be a horrible pastor, a bad guy.
He definitely was.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we won't talk about that anymore.
No, I know he's.
Yeah.
I'm really interested. I would actually more interested to see what Mark Wahlberg looks like from this movie, and I wish you had played the game, Marcy, because I'd like to hear what your take is on that.
I'm not a big video game fan.
No, but can you imagine Mark Wahlberg being Tom Holland's mentor?
That's pretty badass.
You could see it. You could follow it.
I think that's pretty good. Am I wrong?
I mean, I think they're gonna have to go a different direction. from
Well,
the
I don't know.
game.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The,
for sure. Because
I don't know the video game, but I'm just saying, like, as Mark Wahlberg as an action star, right? Teaching a young kid how to be an action star.
Sure. I mean,
That's what.
yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
And
See,
it very well could be that. It doesn't have to be like the game.
Yeah.
The game is like 60s dude,
Yeah,
Hawaiian
he's-
shirt, mustache, like old Tom Selleck.
so do you think Mark Wahlberg might be old? Like, are you
I have a
assuming?
feeling they don't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what Mark Wahlberg looks like. That's the image they haven't released.
Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I like Mark Wahlberg. I like him more than I like Tom Holland. But I'm excited to see where Tom Holland's career can go after this movie, because I feel like this movie will be the movie that will see where he's going to go with his movie career. Outside of Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm excited. Because I don't know anything about the game. I'm excited for this movie.
You
Mark
might be
Wahlberg,
better
Tony
not knowing
Banderas.
anything about the game, right?
Oh yeah.
I bet you
Oh, yeah.
like it more than. we're gonna be overly critical of it
for sure.
because we have
Understandable.
high bar.
Yeah, understandable. Like I mentioned before when we talked about Resident Evil, I don't know anything about the game, but I watch the movies and I love them. So we usually have a recommended segment. We usually go around the table, talk about something we recommended. But today we're just going to recommend one movie that me and Julian saw. Sorry, Kelly, you did not see it. But the movie is called Love and Monsters. Julian, you want to give a quick background on what this movie's about?
In a world where...
Futuristic world.
A futuristic world. Where an asteroid hits the planet, but doesn't destroy it.
No, we as Americans...
Oh,
I'm
sorry. Yeah.
A planet.
We interfered with this asteroid that was destined to hit Earth, right? And so we sent nukes at it to blow it up, which was successful, but some of the pieces still landed on Earth and transformed pretty much the terrain, the life, the
it
plants,
basically...
the animals.
Yeah.
Literally every aspect of life as we know it into some crazy over-the-top
Basically, the animals took over.
murderous. Yeah.
The animals took over after this asteroid. We as human beings were basically 90% wiped out by these creatures.
It's a human level extinction.
And they're not even alien creatures. But that's the cool thing about it. They're honestly just monsters.
Yeah. Like, for example, a snail, a little tiny snail is now like a 50-foot human eating snail.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just imagine the most scariest things possible that are realistic. That are just like 50 times bigger than normal.
I'm glad they didn't show any spiders or anything.
That's one thing that was cool about it.
Yeah.
So imagine this post-monster apocalypse world. We have our main kid, Joel Dawson, Daniel O'Brien, actor, has been living underground for 7 years, all alone, with his future post-apocalyptic roommates, who gets tired of his life and decides he needs something different. He wants to go find his girlfriend that he lost 7 years ago.
Ex-girlfriend.
They broke up. They were separated because the apocalypse happened. He finds out that she's still alive on the radio and says, "Hey, I miss you. I want to meet up with you. Let's meet up." She says, "Okay, I'm 80 miles away. Come to me." He says, "You know what? I'm going to come to see you 80 miles away. I'm finally going to leave, go above ground." And he's on an adventure by himself with barely any weapons or any training in this new world. Your first thoughts of that? Kelly, does that sound like a movie you want to watch? No, it sounds dumb.
I love monster movies.
But from that story, from what I said to you,
I mean, I want to see the monsters, right? I've seen the trailer, so I do know a little bit about the movie. And I looked a little bit up while you were talking just now. I wanted to see who directed, who produced it. I'm interested.
I was definitely surprised how good the CGI looked. I think you might like that.
You know, I like that, yeah.
I think you would like it.
Yeah.
CGI was great. The monsters were really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're nothing we've ever seen before, but they're also something that you could see before. This kid is put in different scenarios where he has to survive that seem realistic scenarios that he'd have to conquer. And we got a good story arc from him, from his character being a shy little wimp. He has to find his inner warrior inside of him and make it 80 miles away to this girl. And it's a love story with monsters. That's why it's called Love and Monsters. But no, but it's really well done. And the fact that... Go ahead.
No, I'm going to ask you some questions about it when you're ready. I'll let you finish telling me.
No, I was going to say the fact that it's in the future, but not too much in the future, which technology isn't that crazy of a far advance, but we got some robots in there.
Yeah.
An android, not an android, but just a robot.
Yeah.
Very robot-esque type robots, which is really cool. Called Mavis. With the
one
with the number 1 instead of an I. That's pretty cool. And the soundtrack was great.
Really?
Oh, soundtrack was really good. Oh yeah, loved it.
So I was just looking up a little bit about whose movie this is, who directed it, who produced it. I see that the director is relatively unknown. He's only had 4 other movies. How do you feel about him as a director? You think he has a bright future? You like what he did?
Oh my gosh, I want to see what everything else he's done.
Only 3 other movies. This and 3 other things.
What are they?
Well, let me tell you. It's nothing I've ever heard of personally. His name is Michael Matthews. He is known for
Sweetheart.
directing and producing 5 Fingers of for Marseille, Sweetheart, and Wide Open.
There's some shorts I see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this director. I saw this movie. I saw a trailer, and I was like, I gotta see this movie. I paid $19.99 on Amazon Prime to rent it, and I was completely happy with my purchase.
Do you think it was worth it?
Yeah, I would have seen this in theaters. I probably, if it goes back to theaters, I'm definitely gonna go line up and go watch in theaters again. Because they're monsters.
So I also see that the producers on this are Sean Levy and Dan Cohen of Stranger Things fame. Do you see a lot of Stranger Things influence in this?
Oh, the monsters a little bit.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more realistic monsters, if
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
And that's what's cool about it is like, yeah, the monsters are everyday creatures that we come into. They're just
50 feet.
50 feet
Heightened versions. Yeah.
and frightening. You know, you see a little frog and compared to the frog that you see if something like this were to happen, you know, it's terrifying.
Oh, yeah, very
It's
scary.
scary. I think this is more frightening than some made up alien creature. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, totally. I mean, is it more scary than Godzilla?
No.
No. But it's different in its own way where it's almost on the same level, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you are a fan of these monster, like King Kong and Godzilla movies, you'll definitely like this movie too.
I see the writers have done a lot of work also. They're hit or miss for me. I see things like The Babysitter, if you haven't seen that. It's kind of a
Oh, yes.
smaller
Me and
film.
Julian actually like that.
I
like
love
it.
that movie. I love that movie.
Did you see the second one?
I did.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually like that movie.
I'm a big fan.
I see they also did things like Insurgent, Underwater. It was a really hit or miss for a lot of people. You either like them or you don't.
I loved Underwater.
I liked Underwater. It's fine. It's
With what's her name?
it's aliens though. It's
Yeah, I liked
yeah.
Underwater. Yeah,
Kristen Stewart.
yeah. I actually enjoyed that movie.
I don't think I've
I
seen
don't think it was the best, but I
I
definitely
see
liked
one
it.
of the writers worked on Dora the Explorer.
Oh, gosh,
I gotta be
Never
honest,
saw
I'm a
that
little
one.
curious about. Didn't see it,
hated
but
it.
the trailer had me
Oh,
curious.
Hated it.
Michael Pena and everything.
Oh, hated it. Ugh.
So these writers seem hit or miss. You know, it doesn't make me want to watch the movie at that price range if it wasn't for reviews like you.
So, back to what I was saying. Like, it's on paper, it sounds kind of dumb. This guy's in a post-apocalyptic world, and he's gonna go find his long-lost girlfriend after 7 years, and that's the only reason why he's gonna go find or go out and risk his life after 7 years. This girl. That sounds kind of very lackluster a little bit, but the way they tell the story, not only the way they wrote the script, but visually, it's so well done.
Oh yeah. If I would have just read the description, I wouldn't have seen it. I wouldn't have seen it. Just from that alone, I'm just like, okay, so he's simping halfway across the world, risking his life for a girl that he knew 7 years ago.
Who could barely still be alive, maybe,
Who
maybe
could-
not.
Yeah, who might not even be alive.
By the time he
That's
gets there,
dumb.
by the time he gets there, she could be dead.
Yeah.
That's 80 miles away
Yeah.
on foot.
But yeah, I mean, after watching that movie, I was blown away. Like you said, I would definitely go see that in theaters today.
Great.
Yeah.
I see there's a relatively unknown cast for the most part. There's a couple names here there I recognize. Do you think there are any breakouts in this?
I mean, the main guy is Dylan O'Brien, who is from the Maze Runner series.
Okay, I haven't seen those.
Oh, so good. Watch those.
American
Okay.
Assassins.
American Assassins,
I
a good
didn't
one.
see that either.
He,
yeah.
which is crazy. He plays a badass in American Assassins. And then it's just weird going back to a movie like this, which I'm assuming he probably filmed this before American Assassins because all the CGI.
Yeah.
Because all the CGI, they probably did this movie a long time ago and just finally released it
Could
after
be.
all the
Yeah,
post-production.
I don't know. I don't have that information
looks
on
super young in
IMDb
this.
right here.
Yeah, he does
but-
look super young in this movie. But I'm excited for this actor. I think he was good in Maze Runner. I think, yeah, he was good in Maze Runner. He was definitely good in this movie. He played a different character than Maze Runner. Because Maze Runner, he was kind of the hero type character, and then this one he was the.
So you see him getting lots of work after this.
Oh, there's no
or-
reason why you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited after American Assassin, but then again, that was a big jump from Maze Runner to that. Right, I like to see different actors transition slowly instead of playing one role compared to a complete opposite, which is exactly what he did with American Assassins. But I still like that movie a lot. And then going to this movie, no, I enjoyed it. I think he did a really good job. For standouts, we do get the guy that played Wandu.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah,
Yondu.
yeah.
Oh,
How do you say his name?
Yondu with a
Yondu?
Y.
Yondu.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. He's in it.
Mhm.
Great job.
I love everything he's in.
No, he does such a great job.
I love him in everything
Him.
except Fantasy Island.
So he's with this little girl who's in the movie. That's his sidekick. She did really good.
Yeah.
She was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really
what-
funny.
Oh,
I can't remember her name. I'm sorry.
Ariana Greenblatt
That might be it.
played the role of Minnow.
Yep,
Minnow,
that's
yep,
her. Yep,
yep,
that's
yep.
her.
Okay.
No, she did a really good job. She's a young actress. I don't know what she's been in, but
Looks like
she was funny and emotionally sound in her acting abilities. I mean, she plays a little girl, but she's also pretty tough,
Mhm.
and she's emotional. But she's
she,
funny.
She played young Gamora in Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh
what?
wow!
So there you go.
Get it going, girl.
She's a child actress, so she's not in a lot. She has a few
Yeah.
voices here and there. But young Gamora, that stands out.
Yeah.
Avengers
That's
was
a
a
big
big ass
deal.
movie.
Oh, she got a lot on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made that
No,
money.
she was great. She
Yeah.
played the character for what she needed to be. She did great. She did a good job, and even though she was barely in the movie, she's a character that stands out that I'm going to remember.
Oh, it's good. I think you have me sold. I will go stream this movie.
You should. There's a lovable dog in it
Mhm.
named Boy.
Mhm.
That's all I'm going to say.
Mhm.
The dog's super
Don't
cute.
spoil it. Don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, the dog's super cute.
Any
And
more than you already have.
I mean, very Zombieland-esque a little bit.
Okay.
So if you like
Okay.
Zombieland
Yeah, I
movies,
like Zombieland. Yeah.
yeah, then you like this movie for sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
You sold me. I will watch it.
Yeah, check it out. I'm telling you, it's worth $19.99.
Okay.
I mean, I saw it, I rented it, saw it as soon as I bought it. Julian got off work, and we watched it again.
Okay. You liked it that much. You watched
Yeah.
it twice in a row. All right.
Yeah,
You got me. I will watch this movie.
I'm telling you,
I'll
you'll,
report back.
you will definitely love the CGI.
CGI. I do like other things.
No, I'm just letting you know that,
Okay,
like
good.
in general.
Okay.
No, I'm not just saying it for you. Like,
I know
I'm
I
s-
complain about that more.
no,
than
I'm saying it because the CGI is actually really well done.
It's very creative.
Okay.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
very creative. Because with big monster type movies, sometimes the CGI is is not good. The whole movie's ruined.
Mm-hmm.
It can be. Justice League was distracting for me. We talked about that already.
Yeah,
I will watch this movie, and I hope all of your viewers and listeners do too.
check it out. Amazon Prime, $19.99.
Worth.
Blake Benton, you were wrong, sir. I know, Blake. I need you on the show to tell me why you hated this movie.
Wow, Blake, that was so funny.
Oh man. Yes. All right, we're gonna end up calling it a quits for the rest of the day. Kelly, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
thank
having
you.
me.
Let's get some applause.
Yes. Well, Kelly, I hope for you to come back sometime soon and discuss more movies with us.
Okay, I will watch more movies.
Yeah, you need to watch more movies for sure and some TV shows. But yeah, we got some future guests coming up. In the works, some independent directors, independent filmmakers, and maybe some actors and actresses. We'll see. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe.
Please subscribe to our podcast.
Thank you very much. And don't forget, check out Trade Post Tees. Get your Nerd Network merchandise from us, please. Support us. Make some money. Thank you.
Nerd Network Podcast.
We're out of here. Bye.